So how does the SportStar measure up? Well, elsewhere in the DVD we've talked about the speeds and we've talked about the 16 to 18 litres an hour fuel consumption. The aircraft actually will carry 120 litres of fuel maximum, 118 of them are usable, and the fuel is kept in two separate 60 litre wing tanks. The fuel that the aircraft will use is either premium unleaded 95 octane minimum or avgas, and from the full tanks you'll get a duration of about 7 hours plus reserves. The baggage capacity of the aircraft is good. There's 25 kilogram or 55 pound limit behind the seats, and the good thing about the baggage is it's stored well low down and tucked in behind the seats. Another good point about the SportStar is that the floor in front of the control sticks is completely flat, so you can actually use the floor to store a lightweight bag or even your flight bag underneath your legs in the front of the aircraft. And this is just not possible with many aircraft because the control stick loops out of the front of the seat, and there's a severe danger of jamming bags or books or anything else for that matter underneath the stick. But this does help to extend the baggage capacity of the SportStar. Overall, the empty weight of a typical aircraft is somewhere between 305 and 315 kilos. That's a true empty weight, not a weight that is measured without instruments, radios, wheel spats and all these other things, which some people use as tricks of the trade to get the empty weight of the aircraft down. The maximum takeoff weight of the SportStar SL is 600 kilos, so you've got a carrying capacity of anything around 280-290 kilos. The SportStar airframe is designed to be particularly easy and therefore quick to maintain, and this is something that's quite important for flying schools for whom maintenance can become an expensive chore, particularly if they're getting through the hours. But it's also useful for the individual owner who can carry out their own maintenance under the current recreational aviation rules. The aircraft has plenty of inspection panels underneath the wing and the fuselage and inside the aircraft to enable you to see all the moving parts, although most of the bearings, particularly on the control systems, are sealed for life and don't need a great deal of attention. The engine needs servicing regularly, largely dependent on whether you're using avgas or premium unleaded. The Rotax can use either of these, but basically the more avgas you use, the more you need to service the aircraft and vice versa. Again, the design of the engine installation is intended to make it easy for servicing, so you can drain the oil, change the oil filter and remove the spark plugs without having to take off half the bodywork or the airframe in order to get at these things, which is the case on some comparable aircraft. Another thing that's useful as well is you can change the brake pads without having to remove the wheels on the aircraft. That's relatively unusual. And now on the SportStar SL the hydraulic reservoir is mounted on the firewall, so it's easy to see and keep topped up. So maintenance is intended to be straightforward, simple and easy to carry out. There are the various manuals for the aircraft. The Light Sport Flight Training Supplement. This is for this particular aircraft the Dynon D10A. The pilot manual for the aircraft, which has got a DVD of information on here and all the flight and information that you need for the aircraft. There is the Rotax engine documentation, including the warranty sheet and the documentation, all on DVD there. And various pieces of other information. This is the engine logbook, the LSA registration certificate and so on. There is a logbook which comes with the aircraft, although in Australia we use the official CASA version, and this is the maintenance release for the aircraft, which I keep with the logbook there. Any service bulletins which need to be carried out, the official CASA RAA US aircraft logbook which goes on there. Underneath here are all the various instructions, release notes and other information for the aircraft, depending on the equipment fitted to the aircraft. For example, here is the installation manual for the radio receiver in this aircraft. This is for the propeller, same stuff. And then finally we have the aeroplane maintenance manual. This is a comprehensive aeroplane maintenance manual for the particular aircraft. It's got all the list of effective pages, the contents, the technical description of the aircraft and so on. Okay, one of the important parts of the maintenance manual is the service schedule for the aircraft, and in the centre section of the manual here is the full service schedule for the 25-hour, the first 25 hours, and then 50 hourly and 100 hourly after that. And this is a checklist you can either photocopy or print off the DVD and make sure that it's carried out and inspected and so on. And as you can see, it's a very comprehensive schedule of maintenance for the aircraft.